Tell you what, a lot of folks were geeking out over that first set of volleyball here in downtown Milwaukee. Badgers had an 11-5 run when they trailed in the first set and 4 opportunities to grab it. And they finally did on the fourth. As you look at the numbers in the first set, what a defensive battle. I mean, those numbers tell it all. Those two teams were not giving up any ground in that first set, Anna.
I was just about to say that, and I'm trying to sit here and say, okay, how did Marquette lose that? And the thing is they didn't lose that set. Wisconsin just came and they won. Both teams had impeccable first touches. The serve receive from both teams it was great. It was phenomenal. Sarah Kushner for Marquette tallied 9 digs. 9 digs in the first set. That's unreal.
A workhorse is Kushner. Now, A for effort for the Golden Eagles. They want to get a set off of this Wisconsin Badger team. But it's a team that is loaded with weapons. You saw all of them on display there. They switch sides here. Marquette now in the blue on the left. Serving to the Badgers in the traveling red on the right of your screen. And an ace served up by Reitzma. First ACE of the match tonight.
And the thing is maybe Marquette doesn't have, many service aces at all tonight. But the thing is it's not just about getting an ace. It's about putting over a purposeful serve.
You were saying? 2 in a row for Reitzma. Giving the Badgers something to think about out of the chute here in set number 2. Sails deep. And then a quick hit by Booth. And she bangs it into the Marquette bench. Great start. If you're a Golden Eagle fan, heads weren't hanging after that first set loss. They wanted to get right back out there on the court. Dying quail by Reitzma. Franklin gets it over. Hamilton asks for it, gets it. Deep on her attempt. The Badgers on the board here in set number 2. Here is Franklin. Frank the Tank, her teammates call her. Second version of that in Wisconsin after Frank Kaminsky played hoops for many years. Another service error there by the Badgers, Anna.
It's their 7th service error of the night. Now, if I'm Marquette, I have to take advantage of that, right? We've seen it already. Just started the first set with 2 aces. Now keep it up with your first touch. Make sure it's purposeful.
Brezowitz down the line to Franklin. Cross court it goes. Thomas. Tenny time, they say in Madison.
It's a perfect, so that is actually such a hard pass to have. They kind of say right is wrong in volleyball, so passing on your right side, and then for a setter to get her body squared up and pass from that angle. Fantastic serve from Marquette. Even better serve receive by Sarah Franklin.
Banged off that right pin by Robinson. They tried Thomas again. Block was there. Temi, another swing. Fody into play, over to Hamilton. And Aubrey, sneak attack.
That tempo that Yadi puts on the ball is fantastic. Watch how she just speeds up that ball. Wisconsin's middle blocker, in this case Cece, is not able to get there. But what does Aubrey Hamilton do? Does she take advantage of the hole like Wisconsin thinks she did? No, she just taps it over, does exactly what you think that you're not. They say hit the imperfect balls and get crafty with the perfect balls, because the other side of the court isn't going to expect it.
Hamilton misfires there. Something that has been all too common, unfortunately, in this meat grinder of a non-conference schedule for Marquette has been self-inflicted wounds. Ryan Tice has talked about it. He knows his team has it in them. But the mistakes have been killers against some of the best teams in the country. So far tonight, they're playing real good, almost mistake-free volleyball against the #1 team in the land. Enchante over to Fody, trying to find room to squeeze it in. Thomas waited for it. Cross court to Hamilton, big swing off the block. Aubrey's like a three-point shooter in basketball. Gonna just keep shooting, keep swinging.
No, and she's really smart. And that's what you have to do against Wisconsin. So first of all, great set by Yachty. But she's able to see, this case, the block is late from Wisconsin's middle blocker, and she's able to capitalize.
Murray tried to dunk it. It finally found the floor. Carson Murray in the middle with the springs.
You know, that looks easy for people to do when it's a tight pass and you just tap it over. But this takes such focus and discipline to not net because you get so excited.
Badgers run out of chances. And Kelly Sheffield runs out of patience. Timeout, Wisconsin. Marquette trying to rally back and even things up here on a Wednesday night in Milwaukee. Brian Tice gotta love what he's seeing out of his troops tonight so far. 2-5 on the season. Again, with that brutal schedule that they have played so far, and there's more to come. But tonight, Anna, they look like the team that made a run to the Sweet 16 a year ago. They look comfortable, they look aggressive, they look like they're having fun out there.
And that's the name of the game. It's being comfortable while also being competitive. Half the battle when you're playing a team like Wisconsin with a #1 ranking happens before you even walk into the arena.
Net contact on the Badgers. Got a little too close to that twine up front. And Hamilton back to serve again, trying to extend this lead. Handled by Franklin. And then Sarah, big swing from the back. Kushner to Fody. Went for that coffin corner.
First, breaking down that play, Sarah Franklin coming out of the back row is able to hit it to the setter Yachty for Marquette, so it takes the setter out of it. It automatically makes Marquette get out of system. Now, likewise, Ella Fody still tries to be purposeful with her out-of-system hit. I like it. Honestly, that was an aggressive hit, trying to aim them for deep corner. Not a bad miss. And especially if Wisconsin's going to answer with a miss serve. Now, we reset, we regain momentum if you're Marquette, and you put over a purposeful serve, which they've been doing all night.
I don't know if Temi is having issues with the big building and the surroundings or what, but she has not been sharp from the service line tonight. Another misfire there. Gathers that one in. Stop, start, Crawford. Kushner answers. Back set to Fody with the long reach. Franklin. Thought there might have been a touch. There was not. Sarah thought so. Marquette gets the tally. Kushner, great serve. Thomas was there. Over to Reitzma. Look at that. Little roll, found the campfire on the other side of the court. Took a little something off of it, did Reitzma.
And that's how you rattle off points if you're Marquette. You're just smart and crafty with the ball.
7-1 run by the Golden Eagles. Goochtikin was in to handle the pass that time, and Franklin buries it. 13 All-American. Up and over the 1,000-kill mark. You can see her swing that really heavy arm, but also all the work she does in the back row. Hamilton to Enchante. They go to Bray. She went right there. Little flick That's all you needed with the little flick.
Little tool time. Again, it's smart. You have kind of a tight to the net set. So what do? You play it off of the hands. This is one of those days. Usually in college volleyball, normally if you're playing Friday, your Tuesdays are kind of your skill days.
Fody, an ace. The ace leader for the Golden Eagles. Gets
Interrupted
another
by
one.
another ace. It's crazy. Marquette with the first touch. This is exactly what they need to do playing the #1 team in the country. This is just perfect execution by Marquette.
And you forced Kelly Sheffield to burn his second time out here in the second set. Marquette threatening to run away and hide here, and even this matchup had a set apiece, leading by 9. Aubrey Hamilton, told you at the outset, she's got to be big. She responded right out of the gates, setting the tone, Anna.
And we said that she needed to come up big, and that's the thing she's so athletic, and she's able, like I said a little bit earlier, the best hitters are able to mix it up. Not every perfect set are they killing it, because that's what you expect as a defender. If I'm a libero sitting in the back court and it's a perfect set, I'm saying, ooh, hit this to me, I'm ready for it. And I'm kind of backing my heels, ready to dig a crazy ball. And what does Aubrey Hamilton do? We're just going to knock it over the blockers. We're just going to little campfire with it. We're going to tool off the block, get crafty, get creative. And it's really intelligent. This is exactly when we all preach volleyball IQ, this is exactly what we're talking about.
What Ryan Tice said about Aubrey Hamilton, her reputation has always been she's a player who can get kills. Now at Marquette, she's becoming a great player. And by that, he meant she's crafty. She looks for opportunities to not just swing away, but find the place to get the kill. And that's the sign of growth, even though you're a veteran player. Fody again to serve. A dying quail that time. Booth was ready for it. Kushner working hard. Weitzma slap back on her. Smack. Nope. Marquette by 10.
Cover, cover, cover. Every high school volleyball player watching this game, the #1 thing that you should remember is covering. Look at how many second chances Marquette has gotten from covering their hitters. It's unbelievable, and that's how you play against a top-ranked team. You tire them out, and you take advantage of the second opportunities.
Fody. And the Badgers finally get a point to end the Marquette run. They went Booth in the middle. Work to do here for Wisconsin, trailing by 9. 10-2 run ends with that kill. Here's Ashburn. That's an ace for Izzy. And she ties the all-time Wisconsin mark for career aces. There you see it in bright lights. One more and she'll be all alone up top.
And that was a nice serve. Painted the top of the net. Pay attention to how high her serve goes.
Bray on the slide. It's blocked, but it finds the blue tie. Addie Bray always all smiles for the Golden Eagles.
I mean, what a set from Yadi. She is athletic, and her hands are just butter.
Butter. She battles at the net there with Booth. Hamilton over. Booth. Enchante. The fist pump to keep it in play. Robinson connects. Attack that block on the right pin. Devin's dad is the head men's basketball coach at Cleveland State. You know what he told his daughter? Winners win. That's what Robinson does.
No, and she's incredibly smart. She is somebody now, if she gets on a roll, she's able, Izzy Ashburn, if I'm Izzy Ashburn, I want to put the ball into Devin Robinson's hand. She's a competitor, and she's able to fight until the finish.
This is Jocelyn Boyer, the Iowa transfer in to serve. Hamilton bangs it off the block. Cross court it goes to Temming. Weitzman got there. Hamilton again. She's a silent assassin, Anna. Not a lot of emotion, but boy, does she swing a heavy arm.
It's just nice and easy. Goes high hands. She knows that she has Carter Booth right there. 6'7" Carter Booth. She knows she has a big block. So what does she do? She just gets smart. Crafty.
Boy, Wisconsin scrambling. Murray pushed back by Booth. So it was messy to start, but success for the Badgers when it was all said and done.
I know this is tough, so it's a quick set, and Carter Booth is just able, she reads Yachty perfectly. She's able to capitalize and attack Murray's attack. She attacks her attack.
I got you. Over to Hamilton. That is the player growth right there.
She's just able to see the court. Now, let's see if we can see her eyes. Now, from our perspective, you can see her eyes as she goes up into her approach, and she's watching the other side of the court. That is a huge thing to do, and you can't teach it. That kind of comes along with experience, that volleyball IQ.
Robinson. Kushner near the net. Fody blocked. Badgers are there. Crawford and Thomas. The defense jumps up that time. Badgers still trailing by 8. Hamill, the senior, will serve and try to ignite a run for Kelly Sheffield and Wisconsin. Enchante quick to Murray. Missed the corner. Boy, nobody was home there for Wisconsin, and Murray decided, I'm going to take a shot.
Now, what do I do if I'm Yachty right now? We're trying to incorporate middles. This was a great effort. I don't hate it, but we're looking for a side out. If you're Marquette, you got to slow the momentum, regain the momentum back here. I'm putting it into Aubrey Hamilton's hands right now.
Weitzman just dug it out. Smrek gets a big swing. Enchante was there. Fody, no, misfired. But see, she tried to jump up, and in midair, Anna, you can see she's trying to survey, where am I going? And then nothing on it.
No, and it's an out-of-system play, so it's an out-of-system set. It was a little bit tight, close to the net. You have Anna Smrek out there, who's 6'9", so tight to the net. You're probably not going to win that battle, so it's tough. So Wisconsin needs to keep the pressure on Marquette here. Marquette needs a side out, and that starts with your first pass.
Holmstrom in for Marquette. Go to Hamilton. She got it.
And that's what you do to get out of runs like that. You feed it to your consistent senior, your veteran player, and she's able to put the ball down.
10 kills now for Hamilton on 26 attacks. Putting a lot on her plate tonight. Thomas. Kaboom. Demi time.
That was just beautiful. Now, this concept of bettering the ball is huge. It's something that they tell you day one when you're 11, 10 years old, and you're going to your first day of volleyball camp. Doesn't matter if it's a bad pass, better the ball with the set. Doesn't matter if it's a bad set, you better the ball. It's kind of a risky pass. Wasn't a perfect pass. What does MJ Hamel do? She betters the ball. She sends it outside to her go-to hitter in this case, able to put it down.
This is Sage Damrow, freshman for the Badgers. Local kid with the serve. Over to Smrek. Trying to sneak it in. Battle at the net, and the Badgers grab it. 6'9", coming in handy for Wisconsin. Timeout Marquette. Their lead is shrunk to +5 here in the second set. Ryan Tice, Kelly Sheffield, they'll talk it over. Big Noon Saturday kicks off on Fox with a good one as Drew Allar and Nicholas Singleton lead 7th-ranked Penn State in a showdown against Brett Bielema in Illinois. Catch the action beginning Saturday at noon Eastern over on Fox. So Marquette, great start, terrific start, almost perfect start to the second set here, Anna. Remember, it all started with the aces and then the big lead, but now it's down to 5. You got to find a way to try to claw your way to 25. Meantime, the Badgers, as you said, keeping the pressure on, trying to steal this one away.
You can't take your foot off the gas pedal at all against Wisconsin. They're going to take advantage of it. You have to keep the energy. You have to stay in every single point. This game specifically, it's such a team-oriented game. You have to communicate. You have to bring the energy. And you really have to be mentally into the game. This is an 80% mental, 20% physical game. Now, unless you're 6'9", right? I mean, in that case, come on. But in that case, then you're playing up against a 6'9" player. You have to stay even more mentally focused. It's a great example.
15-5 Marquette at 1 point. But a 5-1 run here has closed that to 19-14. Again, here's Damrow. Won multiple state championships at Howard's Grove in northern Wisconsin. Bangs it into the net. Marquette will take it. They're the first to 20.
Look, it's not great, but I'm going to give Sage benefit of the doubt here. She's a freshman. This is a huge stage that's going to happen. And we're going to give that to Ryan Tice because that's a coach's point. That's in my own imaginary stat line. He gets a point.
Kushner centers herself to Wrightsman at the net. Missed it. Into the Badger bench. Wrightsman could feel that Badger block over her shoulders and tried somehow to navigate it into play. Didn't happen. Crawford back to serve for Wisconsin. Kushner working hard. Gray gets it done. Hattie and Enchante have worked on that slide move since last year.
No, and this is where set distribution comes in huge. Yadi Enchante needs to understand, okay, I have Anna Schmreck, who's 6'9", out on that my left side pin, so Marquette's left side pin. Okay, I got to keep the ball away from that. So let's incorporate Hattie Bray. Let's get that slide going. Of course, it starts with a good first touch. And in that case, they had it, so she capitalized.
Franklin winds up. Over to Wrightsman. Dug up by Hamill. Franklin again, a big swing. Enchante, sneak attack. Hamill was ready for it. Smrek. And Hamilton can't get out of the way. Badgers battle and take the point.
That's a huge play for Wisconsin. Within 5, we saw this in the first set. They battled back. I mean, huge dig from MJ Himmel, and then Andrew Smrek stays disciplined, goes over the block. Again, how many times do I have to say it? She's 6'9". There's nothing you can do there. That was just perfectly executed and well-disciplined by Wisconsin.
Down the line of Wrightsman. From the back row, Hamilton. Battle at the net. We play on. Over to Wrightsman, tight at the net. And the Badgers were ready for the Golden Eagles. They win the joust within 4 now.
That was great play from Carter Booth. She was all over the place, got her hand on any ball that she could. She closed that block. She was active in the previous time that the ball was at the net. Just excellent discipline. Footwork, footwork, footwork on that block.
Ashburn already in the East tonight. Studer who gathered it. Back and forth we go at the net. And then slammed over by Booth. Badgers within 3. Timeout Marquette. And now this crowd. A lot of them supporting the folks in red. making some noise, trying to will their team to a 2-love lead in this match in downtown Milwaukee. You know that Wisconsin is #1 in the land. But look who's lurking, Louisville and Florida. Oh, by the way, the Gators will host Wisconsin Sunday down in Gainesville. That will be epic.
That's going to be insane. Florida is really making a name for themselves so far this year, beating Stanford and Minnesota. Now, Wisconsin is #1, and I understand that they're 7-0, but it doesn't come without adversity. I mean, look at what we saw in the first set. They fight. It doesn't matter how many points they're down. They're coming back every point they fight. We saw it in a 5-set thriller with Arkansas a couple weeks ago. We saw it in a 5-set thriller with Tennessee a couple weeks ago. It's just absolutely crucial for a team like Wisconsin before they go into that Big Ten play where they're facing Nebraska, they're facing top competition in the country, that they kind of work it through and they understand how to get themselves out of tough situations.
There are 6 Big Ten teams in the top 25 poll. So once they get to conference play night in and night out, you're going to get a challenge. You're going to get their best. How about Nebraska last night on the road beating Stanford? Oh, and you saw 7th-ranked Oregon in the poll there. They'll be in Milwaukee to face Marquette on Sunday. And watch that match on FS1. Ann and I are
we'll be there.
Yeah, camp out at the L. Out of the timeout. Marquette needing to stop the bleeding here. Badgers want to keep rolling. And they do with Robinson.
This is the Wisconsin bench is creating energy. The Wisconsin fans are creating energy. Wisconsin is mentally tuning in. Ryan Tice called that timeout to slow down their momentum. Wisconsin says, nope, can't slow us down. Now we're within 2.
Ashburn tickles the tape. Hamilton from the back, no. Ryan Tice right to the challenge card. And even if not successful, worth a try. Crucial point here, free timeout to rest your bodies. Devontae McLarty will take a look at the table. At the moment, it's Marquette by 1. But was there a touch by the Badgers?
Now we're looking for movement of fingers, change of direction in the ball.
Ball was out. We saw that clearly, so not a case of whether it was in or out. But was there contact? Players told Ryan Tice there was, but Anna, you're a former player. You always try to sell it to your coach, don't you?
Absolutely. Come on.
Whether you're right or wrong,
come on.
We're selling it, right?
You're sitting there, if you touch the ball and nobody calls it, you're like, I didn't touch it. Guess I didn't touch it.
And Devontae will take a long look, knowing this is a crucial point in set number 2. Good to see the smiles in both huddles. Enjoying life, enjoying volleyball, enjoying this atmosphere. A lot of these young ladies will never play in a situation like this with this many people. They're going to reverse it. Touch called on the Badgers. Big swing here, Anna.
No, and watch Carter Booth's hand. You can kind of see her fingers move. And that's where it is, that the ball, it's a slight change of direction. That spin is different. Again, it's a game of millimeters, it's a game of milliseconds. So you really have to have the special eye to see it. But that's a great call, and that's even a better point by Ryan Tice. Props to him. Great usage of the challenge.
Reitzma ready to make the serve here. Ryan Tice just making sure he's got all the bodies in the right places.
Yeah, and that's actually so valid because a lot of times when you have a lot of timeouts, you kind of get out of rotation, and that's one of those unforced errors.
cameras there in the back row. Robinson, no. Tried to go over the block. Marquette up by 4.
And that play is just a great testament to this game now. Reitzma has a great serve. It's a float serve. Doesn't look like it's fast, but it drops hard compared to a knuckleball, right? And the freshman, Sage Demrow, she's going to target her because she knows she's a freshman.
Yeah.
It's going to happen, right? And she passed that first ball great. I mean, it was a great serve, passed it great. But what is Reitzma going to do? She goes, okay, so you served it great once. Let's see you serve it great again.
Ace for Reitzma. Set point available for Marquette. Franklin jumps in front. Big swing that time by Sarah. Marquette was ready. Reitzma, no. Back row attack. Badgers still with life. They need 4 unanswered here with Franklin to serve. The transfer from Michigan State. Big deep breath. Shoots it to Hamilton. On the slide, Bray. Hattie Bray with the block. Marquette even with Wisconsin. And now the fans in blue and gold making some racket here at Fiserv Forum.
Hey, to win a set, but to win on a huge block. Blocks are big-time points, big-time momentum shifters. Huge point for Marquette heading into the third set.
I don't know about you folks at home, but we hope you're having fun because everyone here at Fiserv Forum is having a blast. Marquette takes set number 2. Set 3 just around the corner.